Welcome, Gina, to Behind the Scenes. We're here in the art department, and as the program coordinator, I was hoping that you could tell us more about Delta's art and design programs. So how many courses and what types does Delta offer?
Well, thanks for having me today, Leanne. We offer courses in art history, in drawing, in painting, photography, graphic design, ceramics, 2D design, 3D design. We have an art experience course for students that maybe are not interested in a full-blown major. And we have a course that we offer just once a year in art education.
Great. And how many faculty teach with you?
I'm one of 5 full-time art and design faculty members, and we have 9 adjuncts in our department as well.
And how many students do you have in a year?
I would say close to 1,200, about 1,150 to 1,200 students per year. And most of them are general education majors and taking an art history or a drawing or a 2D design class or that art experience class that I talked to you about for general education credit, and it counts toward their humanities electives, which are required in our macro part of the program.
And you talked about students that were going on to get a degree. What sort of degree does Delta offer in art?
We have what's called an Associate of Fine Arts degree. It goes by the handle AFA, and it takes students working on a full-time student basis 2 full years to complete.
Do many go on to get their bachelor's?
Yes. Students enrolled in the AFA program more typically are transfer students, and they successfully and pretty seamlessly transfer with our degree intact to any number of BFA programs throughout the state and some in other parts of the country. So we have students going to next door, SVSU, on a very regular basis. We have a number of students transferring every year to places like Wayne State, College for Creative Studies in Detroit, Michigan State. We have a student who's just transferred this year to the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor. A number of them go to Central, and they have all kinds of majors. So they're really doing their foundation years here, and they're prepared then with their macro courses or gen ed courses, plus the foundation art courses that include art history 1 and 2, and typically a 3rd art history course, so that they are well on their way to completing all of the art histories that are required for a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree.
And what do you hear back from students? Do they feel prepared?
Well prepared, really well prepared. Yes, both in terms of pedagogy or theory as well as technically.
Gina, could you tell us a little bit about what students that started here have gone on to do in their careers?
Sure. A wide range of things. Some of them become fine artists and are painters or make sculpture. Others are employed as graphic designers. Others come back and work locally for photographers or as professional commercial photographers. We have students employed as fabric or textile designers, as car designers, virtually any field of design. We have students that go on and have either small and more modest careers locally, and some of them spread their wings and have big careers on either coast and make films and work for big film companies. So really there's such a range.
And let's learn a little bit about you. What do you teach?
I teach drawing, and I teach painting, and I teach art history. I've been focused on those 3 classes. The art history that I've been teaching in the last years while I've been coordinating is contemporary art history. And I teach that from a global perspective, so it's a world art history, the late 70s through today.
Interesting. And how did you get interested in art?
I almost can't remember not being interested in art. So I remember some of my very first memories are of playing with blocks and various things on my bedroom floor. I was probably 2, and my favorite thing to do was finger paint. And I don't remember ever thinking I would seriously be anything other than an artist or an architect or something to do some kind of creative field.
And I know, or I think, that you and the other faculty do shows and are professional artists.
We are, right. We're all practicing professional artists. We all exhibit locally, regionally. Some of us exhibit pretty regularly throughout the country. And we show together at least once every other year. Sometimes we have a faculty exhibition at Delta, even annually.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. And I'm wondering if you could kind of show me one-on-one some supplies and maybe some painting techniques.
Okay, I'd love to.
Gina, could you show me some of the supplies and how we might get started?
Sure, I'd be glad to. This is a typical art supply box that you might use for drawing or painting. And in painting 1, students experiment with different paint media or wet media, and they use watercolors in their sketchbooks. They do their first project or 2 with oil paint.
Oh, really?
So they have student sets that they purchase.
What are we going to paint with today?
How about if I have you experiment with some acrylic paint?
Okay.
This is a portable palette.
Okay.
And these are primary colors. It's a red. I think that's maybe a cadmium red medium, an ultramarine blue, and this is a cadmium red medium or yellow medium. So
and do I put them in?
You can put maybe a dot or a blob of each color in 3 different areas.
Good.
So why don't you go ahead and lay down some orange on the canvas, bring it to life, start to bring it to life.
Let's say this ended up to be a masterpiece and I was a student. Do you have like a show at the end of the year? Or?
We do. At the end of every academic year, we have a student exhibition in the Galleria. The students look forward to it and faculty enjoy it. The whole college enjoys it. And the community is welcome to attend our opening for the student exhibition, and the awards ceremony is the first week of April.
Very
so
good.
I hope you'll come to that too.
I will. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. That was nice.